Hello, future self. Coming to you from December 3rd, 25. But today I'm going to be talking about my November media consumption. Kind of just going over that real quick as a quick summary to look back on in the future and see how, what I was doing back in the day or currently or however I would address that. Well, first of all, last month I talked about how I played through Cyberpunk or played most of Cyberpunk, did all the side content, whatever, and I stopped. I got bored. I didn't want to actually commit to the story, and I quit. And I knew I was going to come back to it, and I came back to it a lot sooner than I expected. And yeah, I came back to it. I thought about the story, whatever. I jumped straight into the DLC because it was on sale, and I was like, sure, why not? I jumped straight into the DLC. The DLC was great. I got the moon ending, I think, or the star ending, or one of them. The one where you like end in space and you like try and break into that big rotating thing that looks like it's from Cowboy Bebop. That big spaceship thing. And yeah, it was a great game. I I really enjoyed it. And I finished the main story after, or wait, yeah, I finished the DLC and then I finished the main story. And yeah, it was great. I mean, it was kind of it got kind of tiring at the end. It was like, it's just another AAA game. It's another open world AAA game that we've seen repeated since, I mean, pretty much since Breath of the Wild blew up back in 2019, 16, 17. I don't remember when Breath of the Wild came. Sometime in that time frame. I think it was 2017. Wow. It's almost been 10 years since Breath of the Wild came out. That's crazy. Um, so yeah, I played that, played through that. I really wish there was more like flying vehicles though. I wish you could get like flying vehicles. That was my one main thing. I liked exploring in the game, and I think a flying vehicle would be really cool to explore the game more. Yeah, other than that, it was a great game. I'm not sure if I'll ever play through it again, but if they make another game, if they make a sequel or whatever, a prequel, I would love to. And I absolutely loved Keanu Reeves, you know, Keanu Reeves acting in it, and yeah, I thought it was great. Super cool. Recently, I've also played a lot of Farming Sim. One of my family members kind of got me into it. I played with him back in the previous Farming Sim, like Farming Sim 22 or whatever. And last year I got Farming Sim 25. Um, but I didn't play it that much. I played it for a little bit, and then I was kind of, burnt out from 22 mainly, and I just didn't really care that much. And yeah, in the month of October, I kind of jumped right back into it because that DLC came out set in Scotland, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I got that, and I played through it. It was fish farming and all that other stuff that was adding like newly added to that DLC. And yeah, I thought it was pretty fun to kind of just run around and enjoy the Scottish environment, countryside. And yeah, um, I've kind of taken a break since then from it, but it was fun. It was enjoyable, and it was something I could just throw on, some side content and sit back and relax. Moving on, I started playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I absolutely love the new age Final Fantasy games. I played 15 before I started this channel, so this year, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm playing 7 Remake. I got 7 Remake and 7 Rebirth on Steam Summer Sale for pretty cheap, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, now guess I'm kind of playing through them slowly. I mean, I kind of wanted to 100% it, but then I got to the pull-up mini game, and I'm at the final stage of the pull-up mini game, and I have, it's not fun. I just it kind of killed the whole vibe for the game for me. I just don't feel motivated to play it at all. I tried probably about 2 hours, an hour. 2 hours might be stretch. It might be a stretch. Probably about an hour to get that final level, and I couldn't do it anymore. I just need to take a break from it. I'll revisit it and get back into the story and stuff, but I just need a break from story. I need a break from weird side quests. And yeah, and leading into my next game I'm currently playing, I guess, is Euro Truck. I've been playing Euro Truck because Nordic Horizons came out, and I was a huge fan. I got into Euro Truck originally like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, due to I wanted to kind of explore Scandinavia, and that was the best way to do so. And I was like, why not? I'll give it a go. I'll try driving truck, and I really like the business aspect of it, where you can build up your business and make tons of money, and it's pretty fun. And the Nordic Horizons DLC is amazing. I like to explore more of Scandinavia. Maybe I'll 100% the map at some point. But yeah, I've been having a great time. It's been super enjoyable. And yeah, you throw a podcast on or some music on, you vibe out and forget about the bad times, and you try to think about the good. Keep moving on with your life. Just something to kill the time and have fun. And then kind of moving on to other media other than video games. I've watched up to season 6 of How I Met Your Mother, which is a sitcom, and I definitely have loved sitcoms this year, starting with Modern Family. That's really been getting me into them. And the characters are great. It's funny. Some characters are a little weird, so I'm not entirely sure how to feel about it. Like, some characters are alright. Like Lily, she's kind of annoying, and she also is similar to how I talked about in Letterkenny, how his younger sister is, she does bad stuff. She always gets away with bad stuff, but then for some reason always calls out people on stuff that she also does, and then they get in trouble, or they, face consequences, and then she doesn't, you know. And I think that's kind of the same with Lily's writing. And yeah, I mean, I love Marshall. Marshall's a great character, her husband, or yeah. But yeah, Lily is not my favorite. Moving on. I mean, it's a good show. But moving on, I watched at the end. I'm not entirely sure if I included this in my last video, but I don't think I did. I watched Varsity Blues. This was in like late September. Wait, no, late early October, whatever. I think this is in early October, like October 1st or something. And sorry, November. I'm speaking crazy. This was probably in October 30th, early November, something like that. I watched Varsity Blues, which is a football movie, and it's kind of just about this kid who's pretty smart, and football's not his main priority, and he becomes the star quarterback due to his friend, who's the main quarterback, getting injured, and so and the coach is a real douche, and he's kind of fighting back against the coach in these ways, as well as having fun in high school and prepping for college, which he gets into an Ivy League school, and you know is more focused on that than he is on football, and his coach really hates him. But yeah, it was really funny, it was enjoyable, and gotta say, yeah, I'd watch it again. I give it a solid like 8 or 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Probably the best sports movie I've watched in a while. Um, and another movie I watched was The Brothers Grimsby with Sacha Baron Cohen. It was absolutely hilarious. About two British guys that are brothers, and one of them gets sent to London, and they get separated, and he becomes like an MI6 agent, and the other one is just like this random British bloke that lives in a small town and has like 6 kids and is pretty stupid, and it's really funny. It's super funny. I remember watching that movie. It's like a hour and 45 minutes or something like that, and it felt like I was sitting on the couch for 15 minutes. I was laughing so hard the whole time. It went by in just a quick, quick. It was so fun, so fun, such an enjoyable movie, man. Absolutely loved it, and I'll definitely want to watch more Sacha Baron Cohen stuff in the future. I also watched some Simon Pegg stuff. I watched Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. I thought both of those were alright. I thought Shaun of the Dead was mediocre. I really was expecting more with it. I wasn't expecting as much horror aspects to it. But yeah, it was still good. It was still good. And then Hot Fuzz was really good. I was not expecting any horror in that, and there was some, but not in a bad way. But yeah, they're both dark comedies, and Hot Fuzz is definitely the better of the two. And yeah, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. Simon Pegg's a funny guy, and definitely brought some British humor into my life, which is a little bit more dry, and you know I don't know how to explain British humor compared to American humor. It's definitely less flashy, but it's kind of like dark chocolate opposed to milk chocolate. It's a little healthier for you. That makes no sense. But I don't know how to. I don't know how to. Maybe when I'm older and I'm watching this back, I'll know how to display that, emotion towards it. But it was good. And then I watched Harry Potter 1 and 2. I've never watched past Harry Potter 1. I watched Harry Potter 1 so long ago that I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch all the Harry Potter movies. I've watched 1 and 2. They're good. I might watch the third one, maybe soon, but I don't really. After watching the second one, I don't really have any urge. They're both like 2 hour, 30 minutes long, so I spent, you know, 5 hours. Wait, I did the math right. 5 hours, watching two movies, and I don't really feel like I got much out of them. They're good. They're great children's movies, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have any nostalgia towards them because I didn't watch them growing up, and I think they're fine. But yeah, they weren't necessarily my favorite, and I'm not sure if I'll continue the series. And then moving on to Thanksgiving Day, happy Thanksgiving. Um, and on Thanksgiving Day, at family friend's house, we decided to watch a movie after dinner or after dessert. After dessert, yeah. And we decided on like a superhero movie, which we've done in the past, and we watched the Fantastic Four: First Steps, which was really cool. I didn't really like the story. I thought it was a mediocre story. I thought the characters were alright. They were cool. I wish there was a little bit more background on them. But I absolutely loved the set design and the scenes, and it was definitely really took to like 70s futurism kind of like vibe, and it did so many things perfect, like the tech and the look of these futuristic, or what the people in the 70s would think the future looks like, would think the 2020s look like. And it was really cool. I loved the designs of everything. But yeah, the story was mediocre, and it was there was funny parts here and there. But it was mainly the set design that I loved the most. And wow, it feels like I didn't really talk about much, but yeah, that was November. Another month gone by. I think in October or September's episode, I talked about how this was going to go by so quickly, especially once you get into the October, November, December. It just downhill slope to the end of the year. And yeah, I got about 28 days till New Year's and less than that till Christmas. So yeah, I'll probably be making more videos this month because of, I'll do some year reviews, especially when the Steam Wrapped comes out. What's it called? Steam Wrapped? Steam Review, whatever it's called. I'll definitely make some videos on that, showing my favorite games this year that I've played, and maybe my favorite music for Spotify. I'm not too sure about that yet. But yeah, thank you for listening, and talk to you soon.